Well, as you look at Ashley and you look at that incredible bracelet, and I will tell you, as beautiful as it is to see, when you feel it on your wrist, you also appreciate the quality there. This is our today's special value, everybody. And you know, as you're looking, and I love if we hang there closely for just a moment, because look at the intricacy of the way that's designed. It is actually handcrafted. And handcrafted pieces, there are a number of things that happen there. They give you a unique look, exceptional quality, certainly when something is handcrafted. It makes it a very personal piece and a very special piece. And that is why over 1,200 orders have been placed for this bracelet. It is brand new from Jay. And as our today's special value, we have 5 sizes, extra small through extra large. But when I say it's a very personal piece, that won't just be true for you. It is true for how it became our today's special value. So let me just tell you, extra small, small, average, large, and extra large. You're looking at anywhere from 22 to 26 grams of silver. But when you see the intricate detail of the weave to create this look, that is all done by hand. I'm talking about at least 100 individual links. And we're going to show you some of the artisans. And I say artisans because, Jill, it started with a single person who was still able to do this, who had to then train 4 others. And they truly, that group, created our today's special value.
It's incredible, right?
It is amazing.
5 hours
it's good
for
to see
one
you, by
bracelet.
the way.
Hi, everybody.
This is Jill Bauer, everyone.
Who's
you
the
certainly
mystery
know
voice?
her. You know her as a
Morning.
former host here at QVC, but also she is our brand ambassador for Jay. And it is so fitting because you were the very first host to present this brand on QVC.
12 years ago. May marks
Wow.
our 12-year anniversary, and what better way to celebrate that with all of you than to bring you something we've never done before.
I want to, can we show the video?
I would love to. It
Because
tells the story.
It is amazing what these artisans are able to do.
So what you're seeing here is we take the wire, it's solid wire, we create this spiral, that's then cut. Then each of these links, Leah, over 100 of them per bracelet, are individually kind of manipulated together. They open up space, they have to solder it all by hand. This is where the precision is so important. That's cooling it. Then here we're running it through to create the sort of squared off look. And then when we run it over that roller, that's what's flexing it and it's loosening it up, and then we finish it off with some hand oxidation and polishing. 5 hours to make one bracelet. 5 artisans per bracelet, because each artist is specialized in something slightly different. The key with the soldering is a lot of times in machine-made jewelry that's done with a laser, but what you lose there is sometimes links are skipped and sometimes you don't have the flexibility. What you have here is somebody who had to learn. I mean, you don't see a single solder blob, dot, anything, and yet those are all solid links that give you strength, durability, wearability. The history and legacy of the Jay brand goes back to high-end luxury, as you know, Leah. I've been lucky to wear some of those luxury pieces in my lifetime, mostly gifts from my husband. And when we were talking with the Jay team, you know, so many of you love the 5.3 box chain. It's really kind of become the go-to. You know, it's one of my favorites. I wear it all the time. What else could we do in that gauge that gives our collectors something different? And so I brought them this bracelet that I have from the luxury line and said, I've always loved this weave. I go to it all the time. It feels good. It moves beautifully. It's strong. Could we do something like this? And the team at Jay said, we have one artist who knows how to do it. Give us time to train. And yes, we think we could do this for you at QVC. So, you know, I think of all the jewelry pieces that I have from my 25 years here, plus just being a jewelry lover. And there are a lot of things I could have probably pulled from my jewelry box to say, could we try something like this? Could we try? I chose this from my personal collection because I know how much I wear it. Because I know how much I love it. And it just, you know, I like things that work. right? I
Well,
just want it to work. This works.
Agree. And you know, I started by saying, you know, all jewelry I think is very personal. There's a
Yes.
reason we choose and wear the pieces that we do. And I love that this was inspired by a bracelet that I gave you. But when you think about those pieces too that are enduring and classic and
Yes.
timeless. And the quality of this is unmistakable the moment you take it in your hand. We're talking 22 grams of sterling silver in the extra small size, and it goes up from there. So comparable retail for a bracelet like this would be $430. It's $299.98. As our today's special value, $60 easy pay, and it will be very much like yours is the bracelet you go to.
Yes,
You wear
I've had
every
mine for
day.
15 years.
Have you really?
Had it for a really long time. And again, because it's solid, because the wires aren't hollow, Leah, this isn't collapsing. It isn't denting. And you know what else it's not? It's not going to disappoint you when you feel it in your hand.
Yes.
On camera, it may not look like this big, bold, chunky bracelet. Again, it's a 5.3 millimeter gauge. So if you know our box chain, I'll put it next to it so you can see it's the same gauge, size, scale, but it's the weight in person.
It's
and
significant.
unfortunately, we can't translate that through television, but you're going to get this at home and the weight of it because it is solid. And to me, when the box chain debuted, when I felt that in my hand for the first time, that's when I said, wow, this is the designer experience I thought designer jewelry should be.
Right.
And now we're bringing that at QVC. And I feel the exact same way 12 years later with this woven bracelet. I know you may have seen a lot of woven jewelry. It might look good, but does it feel good?
Yeah.
And this one so does.
I want to put the size chart up for everyone because that's the other really nice thing.
Yes,
I mean, when
5
you walk
sizes.
into a designer jewelry store, and even if you've decided I'm going to splurge on the quality piece that I'd really love to have, the fact that we've got all of these sizes available for you with that today's special value price. So the extra small, that's going to be a 6 1/4 inch fit.
Yep, and that's 22 grams. They
Yes.
have it up on the screen there. That's great.
Exactly. So it starts at 22 and it goes up a gram for each size that you're choosing. So the small is going to fit 6 3/4. That's 23 grams of silver. The average is going to fit 7 1/4. That's 24 grams of sterling silver. The large is going to be an 8-inch fit. That's 25 grams of sterling silver. And the extra large is going to be an 8 1/4 inch fit. 26 grams of sterling silver. And I can remember when I was a brand new host.
Yes.
And one of the first things that I learned, just in terms of kind of understanding the difference, because there are always levels. There's good, there's better, and then there's the best.
Yes.
And the gram weight and the amount of grams per inch in a bracelet, we're talking, this is that best level that you will love when you get it home.
Well, the jewelry standard is 1 gram of metal per inch in a bracelet. We're giving you anywhere from 3 to almost 4 grams of silver. I mean, again, so, and look at it here. Look at this on the wrist. It gleams. Look at that texture. What are you going to throw on when you're taking that dream vacation and you're traveling on the airplane and you want to be casual, but you also want to look like you've been there before, right? You throw on a beautiful piece of designer jewelry. It doesn't just look good. And yes, it feels good on, but I think there's that emotional feel good too. I mean, I know you appreciate really nice jewelry,
I do.
Leah. The same with me. You know, I would rather save and get the one I really want than spend a little here and a little there, hoping that maybe it will really satisfy me.
Yeah.
This is the one from Jay, from our legacy luxury DNA that you want. It's a weave, it's fluid, it's flexible. 5 hours, 5 people to make this piece, 100 little pieces of sterling silver. I actually have some of the links here to show you. And again,
And
one
I will
by
just point
one.
this out really quickly, and then we're going to take a look at the links. But even, I mean,
Isn't that
even
beautiful?
the clasp, look at the detail there. And it's a swivel clasp, so you're not chasing the bracelet around your wrist in order to get the clasp secured. And when you look at all of those, I mean, the way that it's woven and so intricately woven that you don't see a thing through it. And when I look at those individual links that you have,
look at that.
I cannot imagine with over 100 of those.
With tweezers.
I know, with
right?
Exactly,
And let me just show you, like, I can't, just to show you the strength here, I can't really move this with my hands.
The links
I'm
are
getting
solid.
imprints,
Yeah.
you know, trying to smush this. So think about that for durability when you're wearing the bracelet.
I want to show the video again because I think that it tells the story. And there's, you know, when you think about, certainly, hand woven jewelry inherently is going to be a higher level of quality.
We start with solid wire, we wrap it into a spiral, we cut the links, each link opened, manipulated. You can only do little sections of this at a time. We use a tool to open it up a little bit, then we solder it all into place, link after link after link. We cool it down because it gets hot. We shape it, then we, again, hammer it so it's all condensed. We use those different wheels to create flexibility. We add the end cap. We polish it by hand. There's hand oxidation in between the links. We had some questions about cleaning this bracelet. Just use our polishing cloth. All you have to do is take the polishing cloth, rub it across the surface. Again, you want some of the oxidation down in the links to give it that high-low texture. And it's just, everyone who's tried it on, everyone who's felt it has been like, oh my gosh, this is so nice. I'm like, I know, it really is the luxury standard that we're able to bring you here at QVC.
I have to tell you, and I think it goes back to why you appreciate handcrafted jewelry.
Yes.
There's a uniqueness to pieces that are crafted by hand. There is certainly a quality when you're choosing jade jewelry, and this today's special value is no exception. It is very personal, and I love that this is inspired by your bracelet that Doug gave you, and what you loved and what you wear every day. And for everyone who's choosing it, you're going to have the same love for yours when you get it home, because you put it on your wrist, and absolutely everything about it is beautiful. Everything about it feels incredible. You're simply letting us know what size you need, and that's what makes it special. So it's today's special value price at $299.98. 1,300 of these have now been ordered. And I will tell you, when it comes to fine jewelry and a today's special value like this one, handcrafted, 1,300 already gone. That's not a huge, I mean, we didn't have a huge number of these to begin with.
No.
When we talk about other things where we have, you know, tens and thousands of them, that's not the case with a handcrafted piece like this. So we've got it available for $299.98. The easy pay works out to $60. And whether you know, it's interesting because I typically will wear bracelets with my watches.
Yes.
I know you love to stack too. I love that this is stunning on its own, but it plays really nicely with other things you're going to layer on your wrist as well. And it stands out. It's, I mean, it is one of those notice me pieces that
it looks special.
Yeah,
it
that
looks
is
special.
exactly.
That's why we called it legacy. You know, we were trying to come up with what's the name of this weave, and it really is the legacy. It's the legacy of the J brand for the last 12 years, the luxury DNA, the legacy of the artist who shared his knowledge with the other artisans. You know, you were talking about the scarcity of this, Leah. This is the only order of this for the year. We can't make more of these this year. So what we were able to bring in today for the today's special value is all that we were able to bring in for you because of all the time, all of the craftsmanship, all the work that goes into it. Again, it's fluid, it's flexible, it's weighty, it's solid, it's wearable. I mean, gosh, we could wax poetic on the making of it all day long. Hi, Maria. Good morning.
It's
but
true.
You can, whether you're in Denim and Company, Dennis Basso, you know, black tie wedding, or weekends in a t-shirt and shorts. And this is what you wear.
And those are the pieces that become your signature pieces. Those are the ones that you're known for. I mean, when you see Jill and you see her wearing her bracelet, and you know that's her bracelet, and you come to know the bracelet that has to be one that's her favorite. The other thing I will say too is, and I think this is so true, particularly with fine designer quality pieces, there's an experience to getting it when it arrives.
Yes.
It arrives in a beautiful box. It arrives inside of a lovely pouch. I mean, the entire experience for you with your jade jewelry is exceptional. And this today's special value, oh my goodness, is going to be just that. And so we talk a lot about the age of possibility, and I think one of the things that you sort of know from experience, you know what you like, right? We know what we like, and you also know what is well worth it.
Yes.
When you really want to invest in something.
That's where the experience comes in, right? Because we've all done it. We all bought the pieces. We thought, oh my gosh, I got the look, and it was so much less expensive, and it didn't hold up, and it didn't satisfy you.
It disappointed.
Life's too short.
Right.
Gosh, I've learned that so much recently. Enjoy the bracelet.
Yeah.
Wear the bracelet. If you're in your pajamas having coffee on a Sunday morning, wear the bracelet because it will make you happy. And
I
again,
agree.
this is also a legacy weave because we know it's a piece that can be passed on.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, I like I said, I have a lot of jewelry. I have no doubt that my J pieces will be passed down to Kylie,
Yes.
you know, someday,
Yeah.
because that's the quality, the experience. And we were excited to bring you sort of like, what's our next iteration of that